Well, here's another piece of vintage audio electronics. Definitely not hi-fi. This is a Fisher-Price Kiddie record player. And I've checked the date on the bottom of it. I was thinking 60s, 70s, and it says 1978, just based on this color scheme. But normally I wouldn't pick up something like this, but just this past Christmas, my son's in-laws wanted to buy our granddaughter a record player. I guess something they did for their kids back in the 70s. And only to find out that Fisher-Price didn't make record players anymore. So they wound up getting her a Crosley Cruiser adult type of record player, which she uses and enjoys. She's 4 years old, by the way. So I found this at my local thrift store, Goodwill, for $7.50, and since I'm a senior, it was senior day, so I got it for $5.62. So cool old Fisher-Price record player. The volume label has come unglued, so I'll glue that back down. Here's how you turn it on. It's a pretty rumbly turntable. This is pretty sticky too. There it is turning, making quite a little racket. Let's see what it sounds like. I think, yeah, based on the scratchiness of the volume control, sounds like the amplifier's working. Let's give it a try. Okay, here it is with a vintage Kiddie record playing on it. So let's see what she sounds like. Ooh. Some serious wow to it. So I'm thinking this thing needs to be disassembled and maybe lubricated up, and see if we can get it working well, at least as well as it did back in the late 70s. I'll just clean this up a little bit. Got it mostly clean, got a few marks yet still to clean off of it. But I can't really get into it right now because it looks like it's got those, let's see if we can shine a light down in there, those kind of Y-shaped security screws, tamper-proof screws. So I'll have to place an order for a set of tamper-proof bits. And I'll do that and come back in a few days and continue on this Fisher-Price Kiddie record player restoration. Okay, got the Fisher-Price record player apart. Got the bottom off of it. It has these goofy triangular shaped security screws, so I had to order a special screwdriver. Let me get a picture of that. See how it has 3 prongs on it. So that's what's required to get this apart. So I already cleaned up the pot with some deoxit. That should get rid of that scratchiness. I'm going to go ahead and pull the platter off and see what the mechanism looks like underneath. Alright, got the platter off. This looks like a very standard idler wheel type of drive mechanism. I'll go ahead and lubricate that motor up. Well, it's turning fairly freely. This mechanism is a little stiff, so I'll put some grease on that to loosen that up. And then I'll clean the bearing well here on the spindle and lubricate that. It's a little sticky, so maybe that's what was causing it to warble like it was before. So we'll start with that. Alright, I think I got everything all tuned up here. Put deoxit in the pot, the volume pot. I did oil the motor top and bottom bearing on that. This mechanism was a little stiff. I added some grease here to the mechanism so that it moves a little bit easier. And also added some grease to the spindle and put that back on. And I did use some rubber renew too on the tire, the idler wheel tire, to kind of clean that up. So the only thing I can't figure out is this little plastic piece. I found this laying around in the bottom when I pulled it apart. I can't figure out what it does. The only thing I could figure is maybe it goes there to kind of hold this down, but it keeps falling off if you put it there. Thought maybe it went under here somewhere, but it doesn't really fit or stay there. So I think I'll just leave it out for now and put this back together. We'll see if it plays. Okay, here we go. Got a vintage old Kiddie record to go on the Kiddie record player. So let's, well, I guess I should plug it in first, huh? And here we go. So off it stops. And on, it runs at 33 or 45. So let's try at 33. Volume control. Seems to be working. Oops. Give him a gun. Give him a gun. Air Force. Okay. Well, that seems to be working, and you know, no issues with the volume control. I'm turn this back on. Turn the amplifier on. No scratchiness, and most of the warble is out of the record. It was pretty bad before, as I remember. It is a plastic Kiddie Fisher-Price record player, so I don't exactly expect high fidelity, but sounds okay, I think. So I think I'll put the screws back in and leave this little goofy thing out because I can't figure out where it goes, and it seems to work without it. And we'll call this one good. Well, I finally figured out where that little piece of plastic goes. It goes right here, and it's to keep the lid closed. It's a little catch for that. Okay, well, there he is. All put back together again. And seems to be working properly. Take the record off. Closes up. The latch is holding. So, looks like this one is all ready to go to probably my granddaughter for to play with for years to come, hopefully. I think it's fully serviced. I think it'll keep on working for quite a while. So that's it. That's the restoration of the Fisher-Price Kiddie record player from, boy, I don't know, 80s maybe? So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.